So difficult conversations, and these are certainly happening more than ever now. And it might be around, the pandemic is specific, or it could be around mental health, productivity, any of the topics we're talking about today. So I like this little decision tree. I love decision trees because it always helps me think through what's actually going on underneath. And this is how we can unearth sometimes our passive aggressive or passive style when we look at our what we're really trying to communicate. So number one, do you want to have a conversation with someone who holds a different view of your own than yourself? Sometimes the answer is no, right? I don't want to hear it. And then we can get pretty stuck when the answer is no. But let's say the answer is yes. And then think through, do you actually really want to have this conversation, or is it more to argue? And sometimes the answer is yes, I want to argue. I want to point out why the other person is wrong, right? And again, we're going to get stuck at a dead end when we go down that path. Or if we generally actually want to hear, we want to listen, that's when we can begin to do some of the listening skills that really help with these difficult conversations. Just repeating back, using the I statements, asking open-ended questions. So I'll often say, if I'm working with an employee that has a strong view, I'll say, tell me more about that. And just let them speak. And when you have that interest, you'll often see that beyond their initial anger or bluster, there's something else there. And then a few more questions to ask. Do you really want to understand their perspective? If the answer is no, again, it's kind of a dead end. That's where the conversation stops. But if there is, can you be curious and non-judgmental? And sometimes we have to assume they have a positive intention. Again, this is so hard. We have not seen this modeled well in the past many years, right? How do we actually assume the other person wants to be heard? And they also have fears and concerns. So I like to often start with that idea. This person wants to be understood. This person wants to be heard. This person is struggling just like me, right? So if we give them the benefit of that, then often we can hear more clearly what they're really saying.